Welcome to Glowing Mushroom Grinding. Today we are going to be looking at how to make money from glowing mushrooms. Let me just enter one of these. Okay, let's start the video. This is how to get access to the glowing mushroom cave. Come to the farm area right over here in the hub, and then go to the first farming island. Then teleport over here to go to the second farming island. And then teleport towards the oasis where you'll see a hole right here. And then just keep going this way until that you reach the glowing mushroom cave. Also, a quick warning before the video starts, please do not eat any of these glowing mushrooms, because if you're caught under the influence of glowing mushrooms, you will be banned. Oh, that's a branch. I'm hitting the wall. Oh, so please don't eat glowing mushrooms. Also, on my previous video, I mentioned that if everyone liked, comment, and subscribed, I would be able to afford my cat some catnip. And as you can see, you guys completely crushed it. This was my cat's live reaction. Oh, Boots, the cobblestone video did so well. I could afford you catnip. Why did you put Snuggle? Who put the tap water back on? So comment, like, and subscribe so I can get them more catnip. Back to the video. The first step you're going to want to do is wear young armor. This allows you to get extra speed, which will make you run across the area faster. If you have a black cat, which I'm guessing most of you guys don't, then you can also use a black cat. But this is completely unnecessary because it only increases your rates by a tiny bit, so if you can't afford it, just don't get one. The next step you're going to want to do is have an aspect of the end or an aspect of the void. This will be used for moving around the area while teleporting. You're also going to want to purchase some mobby shears from either the auction house or the mobby NPC right behind me. Next thing you want to do is get a mod that builds a little hitbox around the mushrooms with particles on them, because those are the ones you're going to want to break to get glowing mushrooms. I'm using Badline, so I already have this feature built in, but for you other users using Forge, you're going to want to probably use Soupy. Essentially, you want to just simply look for the ones that have the hitboxes on them and then start breaking them. And also to mention, these mobby shears actually double your rates because it gives you double the glowing mushrooms. So I just did a 5-minute test and got 470 in 5 minutes. If you head on over to the Algro Calculator website, link in the description, go on filters, click on farming, apply filter. These are the glowing mushroom methods. There's mobby shears, luminous bracelet, glowing mush mixin. Keep in mind that these have little warning signs on them to warn you that these may take time to sell, so keep that into consideration. And at the very bottom, you can also see empty buckets, filling buckets, charming talisman, and glowing mushrooms. Let's start from the very bottom to the top. This glowing mushroom method is essentially just sell offering the glowing mushrooms you get while grinding this method. Very simple. All you do is open Bazaar and just create a sell offer for the glowing mushrooms you've obtained. For the charming talisman, you talk to mobby. You then purchase a bunch of empty chum buckets, purchase some chum from the auction house, purchase some chum from the bazaar, fill up your buckets that you purchased with glowing mushrooms and converting them into charming talismans. Filling buckets is exactly the same method, but you just don't buy the charming talisman. All it is that you buy empty chum buckets and you fill them up using chum that you buy off the bazaar. Empty buckets is even one less step ahead. All you do is just purchase the empty chum buckets and put a sell offer up on bazaar. Now we have the glowing mush mix-in. You purchase some empty chum buckets, fill them up with chum from bazaar, and use your extra glowing mushrooms to purchase glowing mush mix-ins. You then sell these on bazaar for a decent bit of cash. And this one actually does sell quite often because it gives you fishing speed, which is highly needed, especially with the new water fishing Bayou update. Then you also have the luminous bracelet. It's the same concept as the glowing mush mix-in, but it's cheaper. This item is way more harder to sell than the glowing mush mix-in, but you make a tiny bit more if you do end up selling all of these. But to be completely honest, it is way more better to go for the glowing mush mix-in my opinion. And then you have mobby shears. This is outputting the most out of all these methods for glowing mushrooms. Same concept as the other two, but it simply costs less than the glowing mush mix-in. Just like I recommend with the luminous bracelet, it's not really the best because you'll have to fill up the auction house constantly to really sell these. If you don't mind putting a bunch of these up on auction house, then go for it. And for people asking why mobby wants your mushrooms, It's because it makes them feel funny. Also, just a heads up for people that don't know how to actually fill up buckets. You purchase buckets, you put them right next to a water source like this. For people that don't know how to fill up buckets, you purchase your buckets, go to a water source like this, then you just simply get some chum from the bazaar and fill it up, just like this. Pretty simple, right? Well, that's the end for this video, so happy mushroom grinding.